The table gives some information about the lengths of time in hours that some adults watched TV last week. We've got to work out an estimate for the mean length of time. So this is a calculate the mean from a grouped frequency table type question. They come up regularly, and you should know you need the midpoints. So I'm going to put the midpoints in first of the intervals. In fact, the intervals are different, so you have to be careful. You can add the two numbers together and divide by 2 to get the midpoint. 20 to 30 will be 25, and 30 to 50 will be 40. So those are the midpoints, and now what we do is we multiply our midpoints. We think of that as being the actual length of time, it's an estimate, and we times it by the frequency. We multiply 5/8 to get 40, and then we do all the others, so we multiply these two, these two, these two, these two, so we'll do that next. So we now add up our frequencies, and then we add up our totals, so we'll do that next. So our frequencies come to 50, and our total, I'll put total there, totals come to 9, 10. So remember, you're estimating that 8 people watched 5 hours of TV, 40 hours in total. So this is the total of the totals, which is 9, 10, and we divide that by the frequency, which is 50, and that comes to 18.2 for the answer. So part B, the histogram part of the question. So we've got to draw a histogram from this table. I'll remind you that when we do histograms, we need to remember that our frequency equals frequency density times interval width. So we can rearrange that. If we need to find frequency density, we need to take each frequency and divide it by its interval width. So looking at the table, we can first of all start by putting in the interval widths. So 0 to 10 would be 10, 10 to 15 would be 5, as would 15 to 20, 20 to 30 is another 10, and 30 to 50 is 20. So that's my interval width. So my frequency density then is my frequency divided by my interval width. You can use a calculator for these bits if you want to. First one will be 0.8, that's 8 over 10. 15 over 5 is 3, 11 over 5 is 2.2, 10 over 10 is 1, and 6 over 20 is 0.3. So just so you're sure, I'm doing 8 divided by 10 to get 0.8, 15 divided by 5 to get 3, and so on, using the formula, the rearranged formula, making F the frequency density the subject, so frequency divided by interval width. Now you've got your frequency densities. So you're going to go up to 3, so you need to make sure that your scale will allow that. So I'm going to use 10 little squares for 1, and I can now start drawing in the bars. So my first bar has got a height of 0.8, and it's between 0 and 10. So I go to 0.8, which is 2 squares below the 1, and then drop down. I'm drawing these, that'll be slightly inaccurate because I'm doing this with my fingers, but you can hear what I'm telling you to do. So it should come at 0.8 across to 2 squares down, mine's sort of gone in the middle, and down to 1. Then the 15 should be at, so we're going from 10 to 15, so 15 is halfway between 10 and 20, so I need to draw a line like that, and that's between 10 and 15. I'll just draw the vertical lines now. Okay, again, it's a little bit inaccurate on my finger, but hopefully you can see the method. Next one, another width of 5, and it's 2.2. So we need to be 2 squares above that line. Yep, that's okay. Down to 20. Then 10, a width of 10, and a frequency density of 1. That should be quite straightforward to do that. Out to 30. And then finally, between 30 and 50, 0.3, so 3 squares, going from 30 across to 50, and down we are. And there's your histogram.